Hi guys, in this video we complete the work that we were doing on the forward heads. It might look a little bit out of sequence further on, given the news that we broke in our last video, but we still go through some of the start of preps for our journeys, whether it's early this year, which I doubt, or later this year, or whether we get to where we wanted to get to this year. Well, who knows? All depends on Janet's treatment. So, a bit more progress. We've got the backboard on now, and that's what it will look like. Randomised wood face. Next, we have to. It's also going to carry on around here, and all this wall will be in that randomised effect. So next, I need to put a block. I need to put a block behind here to support there. So that'll be screwed to the unit and screwed through from the unit, so I can unscrew it and it'll be mounted onto this panel here.
Well, as you can see, we've laid out what is going on the wall, on the floor, to try and put it in where it's still randomised, but to make it so the colouring doesn't look too out of place, because most of them are like them, but there is an odd one or two, if I can find it, which is like that, which is almost just like a wood plank. There's not much on it at all, which is a wee bit boring. So I've gone through them and I've randomised, because Dave says I'm good at jigsaw puzzles.
So at the end of day 3, we got to this stage, which is all the wall covering on at the back, the heather, cupboard carcass fitted in, and feature wall complete, along with up there we've got a box covering the cables that go up to the upper bridge. So that's coming on nicely. Today's task is to complete that cupboard, get the door sorted and fit the countertop shelf there. So end of day 4, and we're looking good. Pictures hung, cupboards in place, wall covering's done, shelf unit is in, around, the walling is covered. The only thing we have to do is finalise the sink. We're still waiting for the sink drain. And of course, finish all the undershelf side. So that will be kept open. We'll put a false wall up and a bottom, and then use baskets. And then we've got to source some doors for the front of this unit.
Well, we're back on the heads again. I had to break off. We had an electrical fault. History is we moved birds and found that we've got a reverse polarity issue on our boat. That was our issue. That was when they changed the meter. And then just recently we've been tripping. I did some tests and I believe it was our galvanic isolator. So we bought a new galvanic isolator. I didn't intend doing a piece on it, but I just had to get it changed this morning. That was a fiddling job. Simple, but because of its access point, not easy anyway. But change that up, but now I'm back on the heads. What I'm doing now is this is just going to be a loose baseboard in the open area, which is going to be the towels up into set up to cook. What I'm doing, I'm using up the old bit of the cabinet, so this will just make a baseboard. May as well use it rather than throw it.
And so we're on day 5 of the refit. Things take a time on a boat. What I've done this morning is boxed all the wiring in, neatened that up, put a kickboard on. I've got a kickboard down at the bottom of the sink unit. That's now ready for next phase, which is towel rack, towel holders in there. It's going to be left open that side, and then what we've got to do then is work out the doors. I'm just still waiting for the sink drain, and so I am expecting a delivery today, so all being well, it's the sink drain. Actually, next task is tidy all my tools away. Where all this came from was a rough sketch like this. So we finally got the drain in. The one I ordered online was no good, so we've had to box something. But that works nicely, or I think it will. Just got to turn the water on now and test it. So there we are, water and sink working. When you work on projects on a boat, the difficulty is where do you put stuff, and what a mess you end up with, because you end up with bits all over. Definitely not shipshape. And there we are, one finished heads. Yeah, almost finished. We've got a toilet roll holder and a mirror to put up, a small mirror.
I'm being picky.
So it's bread making. We're using the vent into the aft cabin just to put some heat on, let the dough rise. One of the things about living aboard in winter is you need fuel for heating. So we're just topping our tanks up a little bit.
Tank. Single tank.
Okay, we're just topping one of our tanks up a little bit. Just putting 50 litres in our heating tank. That should see us through then. Well, we're using this little pump with a rod, goes down into the canister. It's only battery operated, so we'll see how it goes.
I wouldn't like to be doing this out at sea though. It's a wee bit slow.
You'd get your feet wet. So after 30 or 40 minutes, the bread's risen, so it must be about ready.
So, that's my creation in the oven, ready to cook. The oven lid is going on. 20 minutes or so, and that's it. Hey presto!
So the oven's gone pink, and there we are.
So I get my hands in my gloves. That looks okay. top. Soft at the bottom.
Good.
Just leave that now to
Cool off.
cool off a shade for lunch.
So we're continuing our preparations for our cruising this year, and for that this box has arrived, and in it we've got 2 new mooring lines. Where we're going, recommend 15 metres, and so that's what we've just bought. We bought them in navy so we can tell these are the 15 metre lines.
And in with them is some porn. Our grandchildren watch this so they can't see the porn.
Eee!
It is so excited.
A chandlery catalogue. And who's looking at it? But Janet.